played a Metal Gear game since Snake Eater, but Metal Gear Survive has been out for a couple of weeks now, and I've spent the last few hours playing it through. I've got about 15 hours into the game now, and I thought I would just give you some of my thoughts. First off, I just have to say, I really like this game. I am enjoying it. There are things that I do find frustrating about it, but that's going to be true of any game that you play, so what are you going to do? It takes place, I guess, in the Metal Gear world. Like I said, I haven't played a Metal Gear game in probably almost 15 years? 2004? 2014. I haven't played a Metal Gear game in a long time. So I don't know why Big Boss or Solid Snake or Ocelot or any of those folks aren't there. I suppose this is the internet. Plenty of people in the comment section will do spoilers and ruin it for me and tell me where everyone has been, that's fine. But I do think it's kind of neat. You are immediately... Oh, I guess I should say that there are some mild spoilers for the game in this bit of a review. You're pulled into another dimension, so right away this is a Metal Gear that has teleportation and extra-dimensional travel and regeneration and totally not zombie undead creatures that come after you. It's very much a survival resource gathering game. If you enjoyed games like State of Decay, I think you're really going to enjoy this. If you hated the town building aspects of the latest Far Cry, then you're probably not going to like it, I would say, because that's basically everything that this game is. Throughout the last few hours that I've been playing, I've been unlocking different fast travel locations, finding different resources, building better weapons, and upgrading my defenses. Some of the things that I think are a little frustrating about the game is one of the mechanics is that you are constantly hungry and thirsty, and you have to find and purify water, as well as find animals to kill and food to gather in order to go back to your base and cook food. As your thirst and hunger get too low, you lose the max end of your hit points and your stamina. And if they drop to zero, you'll die. So it's something that you have to keep an eye on. I find this frustrating. I understand why it's in the game. You know, I get it, but more than half of my game time is spent looking for new animals to hunt down and kill versus trying to find other survivors or unlock all of the different things I have to do in order to get home. And for me, it certainly adds to that sense that I'm just barely making it. Me and my ragtag group are just barely surviving. I guess I just wish they decayed a little slower. Perhaps, I don't know. It's something that I find a little frustrating, a little annoying to constantly have to be worrying about. Plus the fact that they establish in this game that my character is infected with some weird organism that allows her to regrow an entire arm. So she was brought back from the dead, regrew an arm, but I have to constantly worry about being a little bit hungry. That doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. It's a game mechanic. I understand why it's there. It adds to the game. It's just not my favorite part of it. Something that's kind of interesting is you've definitely got the walkers. You know, you got walker zombies. I know they're not zombies. They're called wanderers, and it's the unknown parasite and whatever. They're zombies. One tip that I'll give you if you're going to pick this up is that more often than not, you do not have to fight. I've been chased by 50 of these things and sort of been able to casually walk around them in order to avoid the fight and try to accomplish my mission. I've seen two different kinds of not zombies. I've got one that explodes that likes to show up every once in a while now, so I'm guessing that there's going to be some more dangerous ones, and I'm absolutely expecting that runners will show up at some point. I've been able to sort of craft new weapons, and that's kind of neat. The vast majority of my game has been spent in melee. Firearms are fairly rare, and crafting the ammunition for them is difficult, so I use a bow and a machete, or sometimes I switch my bow out for a spear, and that seems to work pretty well for me. Like I said, I'm only about 15 hours in. I've started to unlock some of the story and have a good idea of what's going on. I like the game and I'm certainly going to keep playing it. I'll admit I picked it up at one of those red boxy type things that you can rent games and movies from, just because I have 3 days left of spring break before I have to go back to work. And I'm probably just going to return it after that. And if I have free time again and feel like jumping back into it, then I'll probably go ahead and drop by a game store and buy it and pick it up that way. I was kind of excited for it. I didn't really know that it was coming out until the release day. And it's been a nice jump back into Metal Gear. And it does kind of make me want to go back and play some of the other games. I think there's about 8 of them that I've missed. So maybe I'll also go back and do that. So that's just sort of my thoughts and a couple of tips for you on Metal Gear Survive. Remember, you don't have to fight everything. Absolutely conserve ammunition. And of the skills that you unlock, I would focus more on the things that allow you to attack when you can jump down, upping your strength, as well as being able to dodge backwards. I don't worry that much about upping my life, and I don't think I've touched anything in dexterity. I've only upped the attack powers for the melee weapon, the close melee weapon, and my polearm. I haven't done anything for heavy stuff yet, so that's sort of my suggestion if you do pick the game up. If you are playing Metal Gear Survive, let me know what you think of the game down in the comments. I will talk to you again soon. A big thank you to all of our patrons over at patreon.com/rollforinitiative, especially Lainey, Will, Arby, and Sean. Thank you so much for everyone who watches, whether you're a patron or not, but if you do want to head over, then you can decide if you'd like to join us on this campaign. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You can hit the little bell if you want to get notifications when we have a new video. And if you have an absolute favorite video of ours, if you could do me and Dawn a favor, go and share it someplace. Like, post the link to that video on Twitter or on Reddit or even on your Facebook or whatever. Just help get the word out. We're really proud of what we do, and we're really thankful for all of you that help to support us. All right, I'm Ryan for Roll for Initiative, and I'll see you next time.